Well, this is why I'm not leaving today. So I'm flying out to Missouri. I was gonna fly out today, but as you can see, we got the remnants of this hurricane that hit Texas and Louisiana. Laura? I think it's Laura. So, the plan is to leave tomorrow. Alright, don't mind my messy hangar. But I wanted to show you a little bit how I'm like prepping for the trip. One thing I did this time was I made a checklist to go over and just make sure I have everything. Some of the stuff isn't like that critical, but like I went and bought a bunch of snacks when I flew up to New Hampshire, and of course I forgot the snacks. I realized when I was up in the air. So this is what I do a little bit with the flight planning. So I use the 4-flight program. I like the comments section to go through and see what airports people recommend stopping for fuel. I go some by the price of fuel, but mainly the ease of getting in and out of the airport. I'll pay a few more cents if it's an easier airport to come out of. But this is some of the stuff I get written down just ahead of time before I take off. My home airport, my heading, I'll contact Dover Approach to pick up flight following. My time of flight here, I'm going to change course, so I got to go north of Washington, D.C., and there's Camp David. So I'm just planning a route around Camp David. So here I'll head direct to Cambridge, and then I just write down everything I would need, their AWAS, runways, my time in flight. So I've got another hour and 38 minutes to get there. So this flight will be about 3 hours. Now I'll use flight following, but what I do is I'll write down after I land. They'll cancel my VFR flight following, and there's my Indianapolis center, who I'll contact to pick up flight following again, which I'll head direct to Shelby, and then I do the same thing. Here there's 3 runways. There's 2 grass runways, so I'll just put a G in for grass, and then the same thing. My headings, Kansas City Center, to pick up flight following again, and then my final destination, Skyhaven, Missouri. And although I don't necessarily need it, but I still put the approach controller for Skyhaven. I'll bring an extra radio. I have 2 headsets. I have one in the back. Extra batteries. I keep extra batteries in here. I got a fire extinguisher in here. Extra fuses. I take the battery packs to recharge my phone and my tablet, but I'll also bring this. I'll have this, so I'll use that. But if for some reason I lost power, I could use the battery pack. Just trying to think of everything I could possibly need. So I just changed the oil. Got fresh oil change, and it's completely full of fuel, and we're basically ready to go. I'm going to be at the airport about 5:15 tomorrow morning, and then my plan is to be wheels up at 6 a.m.
Alright, I'm leaving. It's 5:55 right now. I've done all my pre-flights, got everything checked out, flying to Missouri. First stop is Cambridge, Ohio. So here we go. Just let you know in the video, I've already done all my pre-flights. Okay, don't see anybody coming in. No traffic. Bucks traffic, RV121 Hotel, departing 36 to the west. Bucks. positive rate. 200 feet clear of all obstacles. Fox traffic, RV121 Hotel, left cross wind 36, and then depart to the west, last call. Fox. And I'm going to turn heading 294. So I'm going to initially climb to 2,000. So what's going to happen is I'm going to deal with a little bit of wind my first part of the trip. So I'm going to stay as low as I can to about so I'm going north of DC. I have to go a little bit, go around actually Camp David because my path has me go right through a restricted area. So my cruise climb in this is 85 knots. So I basically know that my first hour of this trip is I've got a 26 knot headwind right now. So it looks like right here, New Jersey, I just went from Delaware to Maryland. So I'm only down at 2,000 feet. I haven't even picked up flight following because I'm flying so low to stay out of wind. And I still got 26 knots down here. So it should, my first 100 miles are going to be a little tough, and then actually end of the trip I'll have a tailwind, so then I'll go up high. So just playing with the winds, just get the best ground speed. So I've only got a 78 knot ground speed. My true airspeed is 101 knots right now. So that's it. But really, a long flight like this, I'm using the autopilot and just keeping an eye on traffic and make sure everything's in the green. Got an airport right here. We're Elkton, Maryland, right here. Okay. So I'm in Pennsylvania now. Baltimore's south of us, and I knew the first hour and a half at least I'm going to battle the winds. So typically flying west it's harder. So I'm staying down as low as I can just to get as much ground speed as possible. But I don't know if you can see up ahead, I got mountains coming, and Camp David will be just south of us. It's 15 miles away. So here in about 10 miles I'm going to need to climb and start getting over the mountains. So, and then after that it's pretty much flat the whole way. So right now not too bad, but right now I have a 17 knot headwind. So, but I had a 27 knot headwind a little while back. It's getting better. Alright, I'm still struggling with headwinds. I got a 30 knot headwind now.
Gettysburg traffic,
so,
down 36 Golf, turning left.
Once I'm past the mountain area, then I can get down lower and get a little bit better ground speed. So I may get a fuel stop sooner. I don't cut it close at all. I've been flying 2 hours. I burned 9 gallons of fuel so far. Alright, I'll keep you updated. We're in Pennsylvania still. Getting ready to go into West Virginia soon. Alright, so my wind is slowly becoming more of a crosswind than a headwind. So so I'm hearing guys saying it's bumpy down there. I'm 4,500 feet. I know I could get a little quicker going down, but I don't know, I'd rather just have a little longer flight and not get bounced around. So I'll just stay up here and take the slower speed and have a smoother flight. Alright, this is for my wife's family, because that town right there is Connellsville, Pennsylvania. So we used to go up there, Jen and I and her dad, and visit her Aunt Catherine. Her grandparents live there, so that's Connellsville, Pennsylvania. Alright, so I came down to 3,000. Basically the area here, it's not flat, just like bumpy. So I got past all the bigger mountains, and so now it's just bumpy, but plenty of places to land. So yeah, things are going good. I came down to 3,000. I have a much better ground speed now. The winds are almost a crosswind now, so a lot better. Well, I didn't get my stop. I stopped in Cambridge, Ohio, and got fuel, and I didn't tape any of it. So, but back up again, and I'll be staying in the air till Indiana. So, here we go. I mean, kind of cross country, I don't want to say gets boring, but you're just not doing anything. Plane's just flying itself. So I do have better ground speed now. I'm back 100 knots. And I have a little headwind. Just a tiny bit, but I can deal with this. Alright, going around Columbus, Ohio, and they just diverted me to... That's the one thing, you get flight following. They may move you around a little bit. Oh, it's alright. So Columbus, Ohio is right there. Probably can't see it. But we're pretty much flat now. A little bit of rolling hills down here, but we're getting everything.
1037, you can turn right on course now.
Get nice and flat and have a decent ground
219
speed.
Alpha Pop, traffic no factor, cleared visual approach on 828 left.
Cleared for the visual approach on 828 left, 819 Alpha Pop.
So, alright, I'll get back to you. Slowly needed to climb to get to smooth air, so now I'm gonna fly at 6,500. So as everything's warming up, it's just, I'd rather have a slower speed and comfortable flight. Slower ground speed. So, well above this cloud layer and any of the thermals. So you can see there's one system over here. This is Indianapolis. So Indianapolis is right there. Alright, I'm still here. Indiana. And now I'm about 30 minutes from my final fuel stop. 65 miles away. Shelby, Indiana is where I'm going to get fuel for the last time. Yes, Shelby. And they have one paved runway and then 2 grass strips. So I may come in the grass, I don't know. See how the winds are.
Number 121, Hotel Champagne Approach, Champagne number 29903.
29903, 121 Hotel.
Was that Archer 317, Mike? I request an approach at Danville. Could you say again for me? What's up, Mike? Roger, you can expect Vector shortly and we'll be...
So, I just got switched, hopefully to my last
right.
approach
Vector
control.
turn right heading 220 Vector to localizer.
Only 27 minutes away, so at this point, if they try switching me, I'm just gonna cancel it. So that's it. Get my last fuel, and then
536 Victor, make that a right turn heading 240.
get there. So I'm almost to Missouri. Shelby traffic, RV121 Hotel, 5 miles to the east, 2,300. We'll be entering a left downwind for 18, Shelby. So let's see where this airport's at. Got one, two grass strips and one pave. I think I see it. I'm 3 miles, 3.5 miles away. Yep, I got it.
Tropical traffic, Diamond 41 Echo Bravo, 5,500 feet above the airport, just departing the area to the northwest, Thomasville.
So pattern altitude is 1,600, and I think there's some powered parachute guys out of here. Shelby traffic, RV121 Hotel, entering a left downwind, 18, Shelby.
Huntingburg, Lancer 2020, Victor, Huntingburg here for Unicom. About 50.
Boy, this is out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, a little wide downwind. Shelby traffic, RV121 Hotel, left base, 18, Shelby. So any time like coming into something completely new, at least it's flat here. So I don't look so much at my numbers, just go by what it looks like out the window. Shelby traffic, RV121 Hotel, final 18, full stop, Shelby. And gonna have a little bit of a crosswind.
Taylorville traffic, station air 3907, golf. Use caution, I have 3 jumpers in the air, surface to 10,000, Taylorville.
When the one approach controller, he asked me, he said, what's the name of this airport? I think this was the best one. As long as I got fuel. Hello, I want to show you the fields here are like perfectly square.
Touch and go.
Kind of like as far as you can see, like farmer, you can tell like what they own. So it seems like the roads in Jersey, everything's crooked and twisting. Here it's just like everything's straight.
Hotel Michael is departing Vidalia to the
Sarah
climbing out. We're 1,500 feet.
made me cookies last night. Pumpkin.
Taylorville traffic, medevac helicopter Saints 1 is currently 5 nautical miles due east.
My dinner.
Transitioning to the northwest of 1,500 Taylorville.
Sarah.
3907 golf.
All right, I'm officially on my last hour of flight. 59.50 seconds. 99 nautical miles away. And I have a tiny headwind, mainly across, blow me down just a little bit. So there's some marginal VFR past where I'm going, so I'm just keeping an eye on that, making sure it's not creeping towards me. But I'm almost there. Alright, I'm almost to Skyhaven. I could leave the plane here, but I'm going to check out the field at this school, because I'll probably just fly the plane over to the school.
Skyhaven traffic, Cessna 425, back taxiing 14 all the way to the Hammerhead, Skyhaven. Skyhaven traffic, Cessna 425, clear all runways.
Cessna 425, Skyhaven line service, should be needing any fuel services today.
Skyhaven traffic, RV121 Hotel, crossing midfield, we'll be entering a right downwind for 14, Skyhaven.
Skyhaven traffic, Cessna 425, taking 14 for departure, Skyhaven.
Skyhaven traffic, RV121 Hotel, entering a right downwind for 14, Skyhaven.
Skyhaven traffic, 282 Juliet Papa is 10 miles to the north. Going to be doing a straight in to runway 19. Copy traffic of 2 on 14.
Skyhaven traffic, Cessna 425, turning right crosswind from 14, Skyhaven.
Skyhaven traffic, RV121 Hotel, right base, 14, Skyhaven.
Skyhaven traffic, Cessna 425, downwind for 14, Skyhaven.
Skyhaven traffic, RV121 Hotel, final 14, full stop, Skyhaven.
Skyhaven traffic, Cessna 425, departing the pattern to the west. Y'all have a good day, Skyhaven.
Skyhaven traffic, 282 Juliet Papa's 5 miles to the northwest. Maneuvering for right base, kind of a straight in to runway 19, full stop, Skyhaven.
Skyhaven traffic, RV121 Hotel, clear 14, Skyhaven.
Skyhaven traffic, Skylane 7248 Echo, back taxiing runway 14, Skyhaven.
Skyhaven traffic, Cherokee 1 to Whiskey, 4 miles to the southwest, maneuvering for the 45 runway 19, Skyhaven.